clicker.
Waterhaul is a mission-driven brand that transforms the ocean's most harmful plastic into exceptional eyewear and purposeful products built for adventure. So this is our team, behind the scenes, a couple of weeks ago. We're tackling one of the biggest threats to marine life. But what we were also doing is hauling our next £100,000 of revenue off this Cornish beach. Abandoned and discarded fishing gear, like this, is known as ghost gear. It's the most abundant form of plastic in our ocean, and it kills more marine life than all other forms of plastic combined. The main reason this plastic is discarded is because it's seen to have no value. This is not true. We've been demonstrating this for the past 5 years. We've created a scalable and profitable pathway driven by value that transforms this environmental problem into an opportunity. It's a pathway that's generated $2 million in revenue to date, has attracted partnerships with the likes of Kia, the RNLI, Finisterre, Rapa Nui, and many more, and has won praise from the likes of Sir David Attenborough.
So how do we do this? In a nutshell, we recover ghost gear directly from the Cornish coastline through our own recovery missions and network. At the same time, we're expanding to work with harbours and the fishing community to provide an end-of-life solution to tackle the problem at source. For us, it's a scalable source of free material. And for a fisherman, saving them a £300 per tonne landfill cost, which previously created the temptation for the alternative free option, overboard. We then mechanically recycle this plastic and process it into pellets. These pellets are raw material ready for injection molding into our products. Waterhaul's core product focus is eyewear, with frames made from 100% recycled fishing gear. Eyewear enables us to showcase the strength and story of this material, whilst inspiring adventure and playing a role in people's connection to the ocean. But we've gone a step further and created an eyewear range that is truly unique and is challenging the industry. And we do that in 3 key ways. Firstly, as far as we're aware, we're the only brand that directly recover and recycle the plastic going into their frames themselves. The eyewear industry is rife with greenwashing. So knowing exactly where our raw material comes from, down to the precise beach or harbour, enables us to set the highest bar in traceability and transparency. Secondly, we're the only brand that can recycle end-of-life frames back into our process and into new frames. Finally, our lenses. We use mineral glass lenses, which are infinitely recyclable and considered the absolute pinnacle in quality in the industry, unlike 98% of the market that use virgin plastic lenses. So to date, we've sold over 25,000 pairs. We're stocked in nearly 200 stores and created some incredibly powerful brand partnerships. So eyewear is our keystone product line of focus, but we know we're tackling an enormous problem, and that to make real change, we need to engage, educate, and inspire people to join us on this mission. The power of community is absolutely huge. We know this from our time spent working at Surfers Against Sewage, particularly a community who are anchored in a greater purpose and take action in the real world. So litter pickers are our tool to build and unite our community, enabling them to join our mission and take action themselves. So over 30,000 people have already taken direct action against plastic pollution. As we grow, our community grow alongside us and their impact along with ours.
On this journey so far, we've generated significant traction, not only in building this community, but also generating $2 million in revenue to date. And uniquely, we've done so under our own steam, by bootstrapping and building a business that's been profitable every single year. We're now seeking investment to power our next stage of growth, scale, and impact. To implement our growth plan, which will 10x our revenue in the next 4 years, we're raising £600,000 in an EIS-eligible round. We've already secured a soft commitment from the Cornwall and Isles of Scilly Investment Fund to match the funds that we raise. and nearly 1,000 members of our community have already pre-registered their interest to invest via our crowd raves. So we're here today at Blue Earth to connect with investors who resonate with our approach of both purpose and profit and will join our mission to scale our solution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I start? Thank you, amazing pitch. Can you just tell me a bit about your backgrounds, where you came from, and sort of how you came up with the idea together?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you start.
Scav and I met working at Surfers Against Sewage. It sounds like a romance story.
Yeah.
And there we had a really unique insight into this problem. This fantastic community of people who are out there tackling this. And we got to see what they were finding, what they were, having, what was out there on the beaches. And my role, we were also engaging at the other end, like working in Parliament, pushing legislation, campaigning for policy. But there was a disconnect between what was being discussed from the top down and what we saw, the real lived experience and what was causing the most harm to our environment. So that unique insight led to the realization that we had to act and take this opportunity.
I was just going to say, I can see why the Cornwall Investment Fund has invested. So to see 2 million in revenue profitable every year, that's incredible. Well done. It'd be interesting to understand, I guess, from a customer acquisition perspective, there's two sides to your business, B2C, B2B. How do you see your methods of customer acquisition evolving over the sort of next 6 to 12 months once you've secured this investment?
I think on both angles, there's a lot that we can achieve. And with direct consumer, we use a really storytelling-led acquisition strategy. We go behind the scenes. We show what we're doing and why we're doing it. And really, we just now need to amplify that to a wider audience. So in the eyewear industry, 69% of UK adults are wearing glasses. There's a real opportunity. We just need to amplify and communicate that. On the B2B perspective, we've seen such rapid growth and also such broad appeal with the types of brands that we've worked with. And you can see from those the real desire and appeal of what we're doing, the impact that we have. And so we just need to, again, connect and elevate those partnerships and take them to the next level.
Brilliant, thank you.
You've got a great product and I think an even stronger story behind it. Just thinking ahead of how you scale, can you talk to us a bit about the process, how you go from recovery to end product and the sort of speed to enable that scale?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So like I was saying, there's kind of two routes with the Ghost Gear collections and the end-of-life gear collections. But essentially these plastics are thermoplastics, which means they're shredded down, washed, pelletized, and from that, they're melted, injection molded into product. That's kind of the process. But for us, we can do that in Cornwall. We have a facility in Cornwall where we do that entire process, which it really enables that traceability and the storytelling piece. But a couple of those stages, we have connections to do at a much larger scale if we need to. For instance, like Harry's saying, the projects and the partnerships, if we need to recycle a load of net, shred a load of net, we have connections to do that. So really, the whole thing is kind of scalable as we grow.
There's no shortage of plastic,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Yeah. Just from our base in Cornwall, just one harbour that we are beginning to work with produce a 40-foot shipping container of waste gear every 6 weeks, and that's going to landfill. And that really shows the scale of the problem that we're trying to address.
Yeah, great pitch, really enjoyed that. Really clear ask around your investment round and what your growth plans are. What other help do you need, apart from the money?
Sorry, I missed the last part.
Sorry, what other help do you need? What support would you need apart from the cash?
So we've been on this journey from literally nothing to where we are today in the past 5 years. And to do that, we've been incredibly lean, agile, adaptive. But we acknowledge that the journey from here to that next level is a new journey, and we really need to bring on board, both in our team, but also through our investors and advisors, experienced people who have been there, made those mistakes and the pitfalls that we haven't even foreseen yet. And to have those people having our back is something that we're really looking for.